been member.
Yeah. So maybe part two. I think I'm a member of NAR for the last 5 years. NAR US. I mean for the last 5 years. But it's such a resourceful organization. उनका website portal में भी इतना information मिलता है. I think जो हम लोग इधर access करने के लिए try कर रहे हैं ना, वो already उधर है.
Yes, yes.
So what we are also trying is our bilateral agreement with NAR says that you have access to all the content without any cost. तो अभी तरुण वही कर रहा है. Slowly he's reaching out, okay, taking all the resources we need. So inviting all of them.
Great. Chalo, we are live now, Facebook, and let us start. Thank you, Suman. Good afternoon, friends, and namaskar to this 9th session of Broker Ki Pathshala. Welcome to everybody. And as in every session we do, this is a Pathshala. We start our program with a little prayer. So please join me in the prayer. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sarve pi sukhina santu, Sarve santu niramaya, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, Ma kaschit dukhama pyumat. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvi Navaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, friends, and good afternoon, and welcome to the 9th session of Broker Ki Pathshala. It's been a wonderful journey so far. We had in last 8 sessions people from different city who were successful, coming from different background, different culture. A few were 3-generation brokerage company, and we covered top 8 city. And today is the 8th city of India, and that is Hyderabad. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome my dear friend Suman, who is a current president of NAR India, and he's from Hyderabad. And we are going to have some outstanding interaction with Suman, who is a first-generation realtor. And most of us know Suman. I know him for last almost 9 to 10 years, and I have seen this gentleman transforming from a different level. And it's been a wonderful opportunity for me to know him as a person. But when we interact today and I do a conversation with him, I guarantee you, including me, we are going to see another side of Mr. Sumant Reddy. So welcome Sumant Reddy, President NAR India and founder and CEO of Urban Estates. I think I came to know about this company few days back, and I'm sure all of you who are listening to me, many of you may not be knowing the name of the Sumant Reddy's company. I think he is a synonymous of a President NAR India, wherever everybody knows him as a NAR India leader. So welcome Suman to this wonderful platform, Broker Ki Pathshala, which is absolutely, we are inviting people and doing interaction, which can benefit to the entire broker fraternity in India. Thank you for your kind consent and being present in today's session.
It's a pleasure, Vinod Bhai, to always interact with you. It has always been great learning for me. So I think I also have taken a cue from a lot of your traits. I think it's helping me in an area too. I think I'm really glad that you have invited me to this platform, wherein I can share my journey and my views on real estate. And I wish, okay, you to be doing more such programs, okay, in the years to come.
Thank you, Sumant. So let all of us know Sumant Reddy as a child. Tell us about your family background. Where are you from? Born and brought up. Where you did your schooling, your college, your childhood, your traits in childhood. How as a student, Mr. Sumant Reddy was. Tell us about that.
Vinod Bhai, I was born and brought up in Nellore. So, to a business family. my father was into when I was young, so he was into distribution of pump sets. Later, he started his own industry. So in 1989, he started his own industry in Nellore. So it was the first pump set manufacturing unit in Andhra Pradesh at that point of time. So he almost invested close to about a crore then. So in the unit. So I still remember the inauguration of the factory, wherein there were 9 MLAs and 2 ministers, along with an MP, who were present there. Right? So it was a big news in the town. So that the unit is being inaugurated on this day. So like you have these IT companies coming here and things like that. And I have a younger brother who is into industrial tool distribution now. So my family never wanted me to be in real estate. So they never liked me to be called a broker. So it was kind of taboo within our social circles that somebody is called a broker. So things actually demanded at the point of time. Okay, so I had no choice. I had to opt for it. But later I fell in love with it, and I'm proud of what I am today.
So tell us about your city, Nellore. I mean, what is Nellore famous for? What kind of city it is?
Nellore is a reasonably decent town in Andhra Pradesh, okay, which is very close to Chennai. So we are hardly about 3 hours away from Chennai. So we are 170 kilometers. So Chennai, we have a lot of activity between Chennai and Nellore. So Nellore and Chennai has a lot of business relations, and a lot of Nellore people are big-time developers in Chennai. So it is known for business class. People are more enterprising there, known for their enterprising qualities, and very famous for rice. So the word Nellore is a Tamil word which reflects paddy.
Okay.
So Nella means paddy. Okay, a district actually where paddy is grown is called Nellore.
Who are the famous leaders that came from Nellore? I mean,
Current Vice President is of India is from Nellore.
So it's a soil of great leadership. I think that is what many people may not be knowing of.
2004, I still remember, Vinod Bhai, we had 10 MPs in Andhra Pradesh coming from Nellore district.
So NIR India is fortunate to have somebody from Nellore, and that is the power. The power is coming from there, actually. That inside of leadership is coming from there.
GVK comes from my district. We're proud that GVK comes from my district. So the Mumbai airport actually is redeveloped by them. Okay, and we have all the initial 5-star hotels in Hyderabad were built by the Nelloreans only. So the top, if you look at the top 10 developers in Hyderabad, 5 of them come from Nellore.
So there is a specific skill coming from your city. So we are indeed grateful to have you here. And what kind of academics you did, Suman?
Vinod Bhai, I did my schooling in a school called Infant Jesus Public School. So, and then later I did my +1, +2 in Nellore itself. I later joined commerce. So I did my BCom from SV University. And then I came for post-graduation to Hyderabad later. And I could not finish for certain personal reasons, finish my post-graduation then. So I was in my final year of completion. So certain things actually have taken place then. So I could not continue that. And then later in 2011, I have decided to take a break from business. I did my executive MBA from XLRA Jamshedpur.
So how did you came in contact with real estate industry?
So I got married pretty early. So mine was a love marriage. So
pretty early means at what age?
I was 23 when I got married. When I was doing my post-graduation, so I met a girl, okay, who is my wife now. So I felt she is the future for me. So I could not actually see future beyond without her after I met her. So I thought she was my soulmate. So we had decided to get married because she was more or less getting engaged. So I thought actually I'm a loser, okay, if I wait. So I thought actually rest all can wait. First, let me get married. So I decided to get married within 6 months after I met her. So I was in Hyderabad doing my post-graduation. She was in Nellore. She was doing, I think, pursuing a company secretary at that point of time. So we decided to get married, and we got married. And then later, families were not comfortable with it, with the decision. So situations demanded, and then I thought I had to get to work because I need to earn. Because I got married, so you need to work, right, as usual. So you need to do things, and you need to things for your family now. So you have a family now. So, and then I was doing along with my post graduation, I was also into software. I was doing my Java programming then because I wanted to get into IT. I finished my Java programming module. So I was looking for a job to begin with. And unfortunately, those days we had this Y2K, right? I mean, there were no IT openings at that point of time. And luckily for me, a friend of mine was into real estate. So I used to share an apartment when I was here. Actually, I used to share in his apartment. So he was into real estate. He used to market apartments then. And then he suggested me, why don't you explore this rather than wasting your time looking for a job? I mean, just come with me, see how things happen here. So I think for about 15 days I just went around. So used to help him in site inspection, see how he used to call clients, how he used to engage clients, and how he used to do things. And suddenly one day I seen bundles of notes actually collecting from a developer. So almost like I think he got about 1.5 lakh brokerage or something, and I'm talking about way back in 2000. Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought actually, even if I'm getting into a job, I mean, what is it I'm doing? That's one. Second thing is they were used to market in a place called Madhapur, which is high-tech city now in Hyderabad. And the kind of profiles, these people used to interact. So now if I go to an interview, I need to actually be interviewed by a junior level HR guy, and then at stages you grow. But here I'm meeting the vice presidents of so many IT companies, so the senior guys actually coming and interacting with you. You are learning so much from them. That fascinated me more than money, because my intent was to get into IT sector. So here actually I'm getting connected. So I used to interact with these people. So that interaction started, that's where it started. And also I had some financial needs also at the same time. So both of them actually were interesting for me. And I've always been curious about learning things since my childhood. But learning is, it's not that I was more of a guy who was interested in academics, because I don't like to just go through what's there in the books. So when I read a book, I get some ideas. I always have this question, why this? So unless I don't get an answer, I'm confused. So I look for that answer. So here I'm actually is giving me a platform where I'm able to rub my shoulders with the top-notch guys in the IT sector, so which is giving me a better understanding of how this ecosystem works. So in the process, luckily for me, to begin with, in the initial month itself, when I decided to start becoming a broker, I did a transaction within a month.
Okay.
So I got a success. But after that success, we had some issues. My friend who introduced me to real estate, I think real estate, how it works. The biggest problem is when sometimes you want people whom you think, maybe ditching you. So maybe they're trying to use you. So the understanding we had at the point of time, I was kind of an associate for them. So whatever transactions I do, they committed about 30% of it for me. So with whatever effort I was not on roles. So it was purely incentive oriented. And this guy, I did the transaction. What he did to me was that he said the transaction is not moving now. So he said, I'll close the transaction, just wait. So he sidelined me and he took the transaction away from me. And I was not even aware that the transaction took place. And that's where actually later I realized this, that after a few months, I realized that the transaction happened actually. But they didn't want to even give the 30% to me. And the leads they used to give me was all the junk data they used to give it to me. So that actually I get trained, by using that, so they don't lose business. So I converted a sale from a data that was non-existent for them. And then here they pushed me out. And then I said, I had enough of this. So I'm not going to go back on my right, and I fought and I just took the money, okay, because that is my right, because I worked hard for it. So after that, we had our differences. So I continued my journey from there. So, and again, I was almost uh, on the streets actually myself, so without having any knowledge. So the knowledge I had at the point of time, then whatever experience I had was for about 1 month, I think 1 month or so. And the next 1 year has been a struggle. I think 1.5 years has been a real struggle for me. So there were days actually, I know I have, wherein I had to struggle to even have my meal also.
Great. So we hold on here. So these 2, 3 things happened, during that time. One is you got married at an early age. Number two, you saw a girl, connected with her, and within 6 months you got married. So you took decision. So these two qualities coming from there, that you're committed, your commitment and decision making is very fast as a leader. When what you are doing right now at NR in Delhi, I always see people from different perspectives, because whatever you are doing now has a roots in early days of your life. So that is why we are sharing this. How Sumant Reddy is today is because of these two incidents in his life. And then third thing is you have come to real estate by accident. It is not a choice. You never thought in your college time that you will become a broker. And fourth thing which I loved about you is you always have this why. I think that is the most important thing in anybody. If anything you do in your life, if you have this why I am doing this, and if you find the answer of why, I think your roadmap is amazing. And just for your information, you are junior to me as far as the early marriage is concerned. I got married when I was 14. I was in 9th standard.
I know about that, but we discussed about it earlier. Yeah.
So tell, yeah, it is said, majburi mein na aadmi apna best deta hai when it is a time of survival. So you were also on the same platter, so you have nothing, you have to do it, you have to create it. So what happened next year then?
So see, I'll tell you one thing. So I left my house, okay. So because me and my father had differences on my marriage initially, so I left my house, and I pledged to myself that I'll not take anybody's help. So whatever I'll be doing it myself. So I'll not be stretching my hand to anybody. So that's a commitment which I made to myself, because there were things actually which I never thought actually that would have happened. I was really hurt at the point of time, but I pledged to myself, I will survive this, okay, on myself, no matter what happens. I'll tell you one instance. So I was crazy at that point of time. So I think I was very young at the point of time. I was also crazy also, because when things were not happening to me, I always used to talk to myself. I need to keep myself motivated, because I can't be surrendering to the circumstances. So I had a two-wheeler then. Okay, what I used to do when I used to see a car actually 100 meters away from me. So I used to think, okay, in the next 200 meters, if I'm going to overtake this car, I'm going to succeed. I used to do crazy things. So that actually so that I'm charged up all the time. And I can say that there were some customers who really have taught me a lot, though they didn't buy the property. So they helped me in understanding certain things which I never understood. So I never actually felt bad about being myself with my customers also. When I felt I didn't know about something, I used to tell my customers, sir, I don't know. So I'll come back to you. So please forgive me if I did something wrong. So I was myself. So I never tried to pretend, okay, as if I knew everything. So they knew
So
that
what
actually.
kind of property you were selling initially?
Initially, I was selling apartments. Initially, I used to work only in that small area called Madhapur. Okay, so wherein there were few projects there. So I used to talk to 1 or 2 developers there, and I never used to work with multiple developers at one time, because I always believed in a product, in a product where I would invest. So that's been my philosophy. So if I don't invest in a product, I will not sell that product, because that means actually I need to be sold first. So only then I'll be selling the product. So wherever I found, actually, even if the developer was not paying me a big fee also, I was okay with it, because I liked the product. I would want to sell the product. But unfortunately for me, I had bitter experience then. So I used to do transactions, but the developers they never used to pay me properly. Say, for example, if you're paid, if you're promised to be paid about say 50,000 rupees for an apartment, they sometimes used to pay you 5,000 rupees. So it used to take me about 3 months also to sometimes do a single transaction. I used to get dejected, and there were times actually where I used to sit and cry alone, looking at the sky for some help. And that is a motivation for me to join HRA, or upper at that point of time, there is a motivation for me to join, to take leadership also, because when you are struggling, right, you look for help. But when you are successful, you forget that. But who is going to help you? So somebody who is successful, or probably who has the influence only, can help somebody who is struggling, right? So people forget about their struggles actually after they become successful. But I don't want to forget my painful past. So because that keeps you grounded. So, and you should never be shying away from your bitter past. So because that is the reality of your journey, right? So these are the things that that took place in the beginning. And then later, so there was one guy who happened to be my roommate, or my colleague in the my mate in the apartment earlier, where I said. That guy came to me one day. He said, Suman, there is one developer who is selling plots. So that's open plots. So they have a good project. Why don't you check that project? So I said, okay, let me look into it. First, initially, I was skeptical about it because I was not comfortable in doing layout marketing, because there was a feeling in the market that people who sell plots, okay, they only cheat, or the developers, they're not reliable. So I never wanted to be there. But after his persuasion, I went there. I like the location. I like the developer. So I met him. So he was an educated guy. So he was an MBA, okay, by then. So he comes from the corporate world. He worked with ITC before. So, and he belongs to a good family from the Rayalaseema region. Okay, so wherein his uncle is an MLA. So I thought, actually, this guy seems to be knowledgeable, committed, and then why don't I try this? Because I have seen people grow there. I've seen some good environment there. Most of the people who are working there are educated. I'm talking about brokers also there. And I persuaded there, and I've seen, and this guy told me one thing at the point of time, Sumant, we should not be cheating the customers. Okay, we should be sticking to our word. Yes, 10% communication lapse can be there, because customers today feel, even if you give them the truth, they think that actually the truth may not be reality. So probably in case if you need to lie them, okay, you should be lying on them on the distances. Say, for example, 10 kilometers, talk about 8 kilometers. Because even if you say 10, right, they'll think it is 15 kilometers. So if you say 8, at least they'll assume 10 or 12 kilometers. So this is what he told me. So rest of, I think we should be committing ourselves there. And then I thought this guy seems to be all right. And I started working for him. So on a commission basis only, not on a payroll. And for me, I've seen my future there. Because I've seen some people succeeding there. I've seen my future there. And I started focusing more there. But unfortunately for me, it took almost 1 year to get my breakthrough there. So it took me, but I have done almost like 300 site inspections in 1 year without a single sale.
300 site inspection?
Yeah. Without a single sale.
Wow.
Without a single sale, because that location was not considered to be great at that point of time, because it had to pass through a small habitation, which was like kind of like a slum. So people are not comfortable traveling through that route. But that developer gave me enough information that is going to grow. And the market location I'm talking about is called, now it is Kokapet, which is the hotbed of Hyderabad. Okay, the acre cost today is about 30 to 40 crores per acre now. When I went there in that market, it was 2 lakhs per acre.
So what happened then? एक साल में एक भी transaction नहीं हुआ, तो how did you feel it?
I was feeling suffocated. Okay, so but I had to survive. So I used to do marketing in Madhapur also. I'll give you one example how I used to do site inspections. Okay, so company used to provide me transportation for site inspections, because we used to pick up the client from their house, take them to the property, and then drop them back at the site. So I was having this two-wheeler. Okay, so I had one guy who used to help me in the company, so we used to work. There was one day I remember I had an appointment, site inspections fixed in 1 hour. I had to do 3 site inspections. 2 in Narsingh Kokapet area, which I'm mentioning. 1 in Madhapur. So what I did was I went from one side. This is on one side, this is on the other side. I took the company's car, asked this guy to take my two-wheeler to the site. So took the customer, picked him up, took him to the site, and then I requested the driver to drop him. And I took the two-wheeler, did the site inspection in Madhapur. Okay, and then other customer is coming again. I requested the driver to pick the customer, get him. By the time he came here, I was here.
Great.
So all this happened in one.
This only broker can think. इसको जुगाड़ बोलते हैं हम लोग. Indian language में इसको जुगाड़ बोलते हैं. जुगाड़ technology.
Because you see, it is not just about money, but it is a struggle for existence.
Absolutely.
See, it is not easy. People, see, I know of people. Okay, see, I've seen in the same company at least 100 people coming there to test their fate, and I can say that I'm the only person who succeeded in my batch. So it took me 1 year, but I never lost the belief. And there was a time when the developer also felt that this guy is fit for nothing. He cannot be doing anything. So we are wasting our resources because the transportation was free of cost. But for him, it is a cost.
So other brokers who were showing were selling, but only you were not able to sell. Was it that?
They could not sell. They also left after me.
Okay.
Because they tried for 2 months. They tried for 3 months. When they felt it is not doable, I mean, they left it. But
what kind of learning you got? We were sharing about that. You were asking.
Yeah, I'm just coming into Vinod bhai. So the thing is that when I was struggling, right, and the developer once we used to use their phones because mobile phone was very expensive at that point of time. You can't be, because you yourself are struggling, right? So you can't be using your phone to make the phone calls. So I used to use their office line to make the calls. So one day when I used to come early to the office. I used to come by 7:30, 8 o'clock. So the guy used to come at 8:30. So I heard him tell the office assistant to switch off the EPPX so that I don't use the phone. Because he felt I am wasting his resources.
Yes.
So I felt really hurt. I was feeling humiliated because his cabin was right next to where I used to sit and call. But I decided to leave the company. I said, I can't take this anymore. But before leaving, I want to make a point. I will do one sale and I'll leave. But I didn't know how to sell because I was doing things myself. I was completely lost because nobody was helping me do things. Because when I used to go and ask people, nobody would want to share their business secrets. Yes. Nobody wanted to share it. In fact, the developer never tried to tell me you should be doing this or you should be doing that. So just left us there. Then one day I realized nobody is going to tell me. Now by then I have developed good relationship with the drivers. Because drivers accompany you during the site inspections. So I started interacting with those guys. So when I told them that this is what actually is happening, I'm going through, I openly told them, boss, this is my situation. So I don't know where to go and how to go about it. Can you help me on this? So they said, asked me, what do you need from us? I said, please, can you tell me how these guys do site inspections? People are successful, right? How do they do site inspections? What are the things they do, okay, during the site inspections? What is the route they take, okay? How do they engage the client? Okay, so all this I used to ask them. So slowly we used to interact. So while we used to go to pick the customer, right? On the way, my learning used to take place. So, and then I used to adapt, okay? So I never replicated their model, but I tried to take the input so that I can adapt to my model. So, and then I slowly started, communicating differently. And then there was one more issue which I had, one more challenge I had at the point of time. When I tried to tell things to these people, right? All these people used to come and buy. They were all, some senior guys, okay? Most of them are successful guys. Because at that point of time, people never used to take loan to purchase property. So they used to prefer paying by themselves because they had a lot of savings at that point of time. When I tried to tell them something, यार तू बच्चा है, तो मेरा experience का जितना भी नहीं है, तू relationship मेरे को क्या सिखाएगा? तो ये मुझे बहुत बड़े problem होती थी. So I could not somehow actually मैं कुछ भी बताऊंगा ना वो सुनने के लिए तैयार नहीं थे. But luckily for me, I had gray hair at that point of time. So बहुत लोग कवर करने के लिए ट्राई करते हैं, मेरे को ग्रे हेयर था वो टाइम पे, तो मैंने छोड़ दिया है उधर. एंड आई स्टार्टेड एक्चुअली, आई वाज इन फॉर्मल्स ऑल द टाइम बिफोर. मैंने फॉर्मल का कपड़ा छोड़ दिया है, मैंने खादी का कपड़ा पहन लिया है. तो आई स्टार्ट वेयरिंग ग्लासेस सो दैट आई लुक मोर मैच्योर. तो लोग मुझे मेरे से पूछते थे तेरा एज कितना है, मैं बोलता था मैं मेरा एज 10 साल बढ़ा के बोलता था.
अच्छा.
So and finally I got my first break. Trust me Vinod bhai, within say about 2 months time मैंने almost 45 plots बेचा था.
Wow, fantastic.
And मेरा brokerage थी वो टाइम पे, वो 2-3 महीने में मैंने I think I have earned more than 25 lakh rupees.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay, and उसके बाद क्या हुआ है, वो डेवलपर का साइट इंस्पेक्शंस भी मैं ही करता था.
क्या बात है.
जिसने मुझे बोला था ना, this guy is not capable.
Yes.
He was forced to come to me and request, because बाकी लोग जो थे they used to demand a fee. Site inspection हम किए तो हमको क्या दोगे? And when he called me and asked me to do the site inspection, I told him, sir, they told me that I'm not paying you. I said, ठीक है sir, मैं करता हूँ, मेरे लिए problem नहीं है. Because for me it was learning for me. I was not interested in that money. So the kind of profiles he used to get, thanks to him, I could meet the CEO of Oracle. So the managing director of Oracle India. Okay, Murli Subramaniam at that point of time. There was a guy called Subhash who was the director in Oracle. So there was a HR head for Oracle called Dalit Chauhan. So these profiles I could meet. So for me, meeting them itself is a big thing, more than making money.
Yes, yes.
So उनके जो circles में क्या होता था, I could learn a lot of things from them, pick up how these big successful people think. तो मुझे वो curiosity बनती थी. So when I was doing things right for the developer also took me close to him. So उधर मेरा बहुत exposure बना था. And I think from there, I think yes, there can be ups and downs in life, but I never looked back.
When did you started your own office?
I started my office in 2005 in Mumbai, my own company. Till then, I was more or less associated with the company. Because मैंने 2004 में I moved to Bangalore to handle this project. So he believed so much, he had so much faith in me at the point of time by 2004. So because Hyderabad market was not doing well at the point of time. Between 2004 and 2005, we had a big problem in the market because the government changed. Naidu lost the election because Naidu was considered to be the face of IT industry in India at that point of time. And Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy became the chief minister. So they felt this guy is more a farmer-friendly guy, so not an IT-friendly guy. So he may not be focusing on IT industry. So a lot of NRIs stopped investing. A lot of local investors also stopped investing in the market. So we had no option. So the developer thought actually I'll invest in Bangalore. So he told me, Suman, you go to Bangalore on my behalf. So I set up his office in Sakar Nagar in Bangalore. I used to stay in Dodballapur Road at the point of time. We have acquired 2 properties, one in Dodballapur Road and then another one in near Devanhalli. So which was supposed to be inaugurated, I think 6 months or 1 year later at the point of time. So मैंने उधर गया था मैंने, and then I have handled this business. But some things actually कुछ चीज हुए थे उधर, so we didn't like, and I've seen them. I've been exposed to the Bangalore market also. मैंने देखा है कैसे उधर ब्रोकर काम करते हैं, तो कैसे उनका बिजनेस चलता है, how they market projects. Because in Bangalore, Hyderabad was never about volumes. Hyderabad was more about transactions. So अगर हैदराबाद 10 ट्रांजैक्शन करता है, बैंगलोर तो 1000 ट्रांजैक्शन करता था वो टाइम पे.
It's a huge market.
Big market for Hyderabad. I don't think even today volume market नहीं है. आज भी Hyderabad market, if you look at it, right? So if you look at the numbers, Bangalore से हम 50% भी नहीं है transactions के हिसाब से देखे गए तो. I'm talking about the constructed built up space पे. So I thought actually there's enormous potential in Hyderabad. I realized I'm short of resources to set up something in Bangalore because अगर मैं इधर ये already mature market में अगर इनके बड़े players के बीच में मैं अगर उसके में उनके साथ compete करना चाहूँगा तो I need to have I need to scale, have the resource or create the resource. तो मैंने सोचा I think then there I realized Hyderabad had a tremendous potential. So I realized because Hyderabad and Bangalore has वो टाइप पे similar infrastructure होती थी, तो similar projects आते थे. तो मैंने सोचा आई थिंक प्रॉब्ली 1-2 years down the line we are going to see the same thing in Hyderabad. तो मैं वापस हैदराबाद आके 2005 आई थिंक जनवरी केम बैक टू हैदराबाद एंड 2005 somewhere around March or in Ugadi, so I don't remember the date. Ugadi was the Telugu New Year is when actually I started my office.
So now, what kind of strength you have? How many people you have in? You are in the same. What is the name of your company?
Urban Assets Vinod bhai. Urban Assets है मेरा अपना कंपनी का नाम.
Yes.
So we are a small team. So because earlier we had a large team between 2005 and 2009 we used to have a large team. But मैंने realize कर लिया है real estate is an area I think rather than I decided not to go for transactions. I decided to focus more on relationships. Now it's not about how many transactions you do. It's all about how many customers you're able to engage and hold for a long time. So, and I realized, I mean, see, you will not have, if you're getting into volumes, right, you will never have control on your business because you don't know actually. Now, see, I don't. मैं आज तक मेरे customer को मैं बिना without me meeting, now we don't do a transaction. My staff is not allowed to do a transaction.
So what kind of vertical you are working in Hyderabad?
Now, we in the last 2 years have moved into all the verticals. So we're also into commercial, retail, all of it. But our core strength has been luxury real estate and land. Land and luxury has been a core forte. But now, because earlier there were a lot of customers because we used to deal with a lot of this top, professionals from the organizations. But जब भी वो हमको पूछते थे, सुमन हमको commercial space का जरूरत है या retail space का जरूरत है, तो we never used to focus on it because we always felt that when we don't know something, don't get into it. So we never used to do it. But now of late, I have personally started understanding the commercial real estate for the last I think 10 years now. तो पहले मैं सीख रहा था मैं क्या होता है कैसा होता है. I wanted to understand because I believed my learning has been, see, your job is not to facilitate, your job is to advise. Because मेरा ये feeling मानना है, if your customer educates you in your business, that means you should not be in the business. तो मुझे मेरा customer से कुछ सीखना नहीं है, मेरे को customer से ज़्यादा मेरे पास information रखना चाहिए. तो I want to be the guide, not a facilitator. तो जब तक आपको समझ में नहीं आएगी ना, उसके बारे में बात नहीं करने का है. तो ये सोच के हमने टीम वहां से हम लोग रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग करके छोटा टीम बनाए थे, तो जो फोकस करता है कस्टमर को गाइड करने के लिए. सो वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन ट्रांजैक्शंस, वी आर नॉट अ एम्बिशियस कंपनी, इतना पैसा बनाना है, टारगेट्स हमारे पास नहीं है. आवर टीम डजंट हैव टारगेट्स. मैंने क्लियरली डिसाइड कर लिया है, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गिव टारगेट टू माय टीम, आई एम गोइंग टू गिव देम अ सैलरी, अ डिसेंट सैलरी व्हिच इज कंफर्टेबल फॉर देम, so that if I give an incentive, na, they'll be motivated to do things which may hurt the customer's interest. We don't want to do anything that is going to hurt the consumer interest, because we only wanted to do something which we believe. अगर हम लोग, if you see the website also, whatever is written there is written by me. वो हर अक्षर जो है अपने वेबसाइट का कंटेंट मैंने लिखा है जो मैं बिलीव करता हूँ.
Very good. So this is almost 20 years you started real estate. So you shared your earlier challenges, how the industry works. So now it is, got a lot of transformation in last 20 years. 2 decades, real estate in India is completely a new age business, We came RERA, GST, a lot of changes is coming, technology. So what do you think, what kind of challenges real estate broker is going through in today's time?
Remember, see, there is a lot of disruption taking place. Okay, people with disruptive technologies, people into technology, right, who have exposure to technologies, who want to take away the business from the broker, because it's not just about real estate; it's happening everywhere. You look at actually, abhi cab drivers kabhi hote the, transport companies hote the na. What is the situation there today? They're all gone out. I mean, it's big companies. Okay, you had a fleet of cars. They're not to be seen of late. They're gone because they never realized that they could be disrupted. Because one small ecosystem na, like Uber is what? Actually, Uber is nothing but an aggregator of drivers, I would say. People may see as an aggregator of vehicles. No, I would say they're aggregators of drivers. By aggregating drivers, they have killed the workforce for other competitors. So इनको एंटरप्रेन्योर बना दिए थे और उसको एक्चुअल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को निकाल दिए बाहर मार्केट से. सो people are trying their ways, okay, in multiple verticals, not just in real estate, to disrupt the existing ecosystem. तो ये 100% आज नहीं तो कल affect करने वाला है. 5 years, 10 years, we don't know. So we can't predict exact timeline, but at some point of time, obviously we're going to be affected. I think ये हमको समझना बहुत जरूरी है. If we don't realize that, I think we'll be out of the business. And the only way you can survive this is not by focusing on transactions, is focusing on creating value in terms of information, in terms of your expertise. जब expertise आ जाएगा ना विनोद भाई, okay, information आपके पास रहेगा ना, कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजी वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. So जब तक आप facilitation के बीच में फंस जाओगे ना, facilitation is interface. Now today if you are a facilitator, you are becoming an interface between buyer and seller.
Absolutely. Then technology will take you out.
Take you out. But if you become an expert, okay, and as per me, the expert is the one who makes too many mistakes in a narrow field. मैंने 20 साल में जितना मैंने सक्सेस अचीव किया है उतना गलती भी किया है, और मैं लोग गलती करते हुए भी देखा मैंने. तो मेरा जो कलीग हो सकता है, जो मेरा एसोसिएशन का मेंबर हो सकता है, उसका बेटर एक्सपीरियंस मेरे लिए एक्सपीरियंस है. एक कस्टमर अगर उसका स्टोरी बोलता है, अगर 10 साल पहले उसका कुछ नुकसान हुआ है, वो भी मेरे लिए एक्सपीरियंस है. So you need to become that expert. You need to learn things quickly. How market, see now earlier markets were more at the micro level. 20 साल पहले जब हम लोग रियल एस्टेट करते थे, तो मार्केट अगर चाइना में कुछ होता था, इंडियन लोकल रियल एस्टेट कुछ इफेक्ट नहीं होती थी. अभी चाइना में कुछ होता है, इंडियन मार्केट को इफेक्ट करती है. इट हैज बिकम मोर अ मैक्रो लेवल गेम. मैं एक्सेलरे को इसीलिए गया था 2011 में, ताकि मैं वो मैक्रो लेवल जो इकोसिस्टम है समझने के लिए गया था मैं. So that you are able to guide your customer, not just about locality expert एक चीज होती है, but एक बार see when you are interacting with a client from somebody from US, right, he is going to talk about currency fluctuation also. तो currency fluctuation के इसमें अगर अभी इंडिया में अभी if you take the average, right, in the last especially 10 years, dollar was almost like 40 rupees, okay, in 2008 or 2009. These are almost double now. That means क्या ना, आप जो बता रहे हैं इधर प्रॉपर्टी का अप्रिसिएशन का डबल भी हो गया ना. अगर एनआरआई इन्वेस्ट करता था ना, उसका अगर वो 100% अप्रिसिएशन नहीं होती थी आज तक, that means he lost money.
Very true.
रेशियो में प्रॉब्लम होती है. तो आपको ये पूरा चीज समझना चाहिए. जिस दिन आप समझ लोगे ना, ये लोग जो बता रहे हैं डिस्ट्रप्टर्स, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जो बता रहे हैं ना, आर्टिफिशियल कभी उस पे नाम पे ही आर्टिफिशियल है, वो रियल टाइम इंटेलिजेंस नहीं है. यू कैन चैलेंज द आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस.
So as you started as an individual broker, so in India there are still, because as a brokerage industry, there must be around more than 1 million brokers in India, and individually there are limitations. There are a lot of opportunity, but individually they are not able to get those kind of opportunity. So that was the reason you joined APRA, Andhra Pradesh that time Real Estate Association. And how was that transformation in your life?
You know, see, earlier I just told you, right? So I tried to learn things from my peers in the beginning. They never used to share. The best thing about an association is, the beauty about the organization is, people who come there, okay, they come not only to learn but also to share. So because you learn only through sharing, so without sharing you can't learn, because I tell something to you, you tell something to me. So that's the culture, I mean, APRA had at the point of time. So we had a great group at the point of time, people who are learned, okay, so people who are doing well for themselves, and people wanted to, I mean, help each other. Okay, so at least to begin with, वो time पे जब for me, I as I told you, right, before, there were customers used to ask me about commercial real estate requirement पूछते थे, मैं कभी उसके ऊपर ध्यान भी नहीं दिया था. Today, if I'm talking about commercial real estate, I'm forced to learn, because I realized that the potential of commercial real estate.
Yes.
I got to know from people, okay, from APRA at that point of time, because they're doing so well in commercial real estate. मेरे को कभी सोचा भी नहीं था मुझे रेंटल स्पेस पे इतना अपॉर्चुनिटी है, बिकॉज मैंने 15 साल मैंने रेंटल ट्रांजैक्शन किए नहीं. I felt it is a kind of low level का स्पेस ऐसा कुछ समझता था मैं, दैट वाज माय अजम्पशन. बाद में मैंने रियलाइज कर लिया था कि ना मैंने कितना बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी हो गया मैंने. Because when you had the opportunity of interacting with people like, I mean, Murali Subramanian, okay, MD of Oracle, you could have done wonders for yourself if you are into commercial real estate. लेकिन मैंने कुछ काम नहीं कर पाया था. आपरा ने मुझे मेरा सोच को बदल दिया है. So it opened up, I mean, lot of things for me. And then 2011 was the first time actually I attended a convention because it happened in Hyderabad.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, so I happened to be a part of the expo committee in the convention.
Yes.
The amount of, I mean, knowledge, okay, that's been exchanged, and the amount of, I mean, the quality of people you are mingling with. So, हमारा जो market था, Hyderabad market is still, I think, I would say, if you're from a broker's perspective, we're still evolving. So, if you compare with the brokers from Bombay, Delhi, or Bangalore, I think we are still in the learning transition stage. We are not at there. We are in the process of getting there. तो आई थिंक आई एम श्योर एक्चुअली हमको 1 और 5 साल लगेगा वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए, बिकॉज अपने पास वो इकोसिस्टम कभी था ही नहीं.
Yes, yes.
Because developers,
There are a lot of broker I know, a lot of successful broker. You know, while when we talk about joining any real estate agent association or going and giving their time for the organization, there are a lot of people who are hesitant. उनको लगता है कि मैं एसोसिएशन में जाके if I give it is a time consuming thing. Why should I give my so much time? I will lose my business. So what is your experience? You went to APRA, then you become president in APRA also. HRA. Tell that so that there are people, a lot of brokers outside who think that joining any association and giving time is not beneficial. I think how organization changed you, not only made you successful real estate consultant, but as an individual, what kind of transformation you gone through?
see what organizations do for you. Okay, I can say today, in 2008 I was a member of APRA, so it's 12 years now. Okay,
yeah,
since I'm been a part of NR India family, but today I'm the president of NR India. जो भी आज member होगा association का, it's not that actually today you may be a member, but tomorrow you can be a leader. But please, what people need to understand now, I have made more than 1,000 friends.
Yes.
Personally. In the last 12 years, मैंने 1000 लोग मेरे को पहचानते हैं, मैं 1000 लोगों को पहचानता हूँ, तो मैं बाय बोल सकता हूँ. Okay, and actually at least there are 100 people whom I know, मेरे को कुछ जरूरत है, मैं कॉल कर सकता हूँ. You are building relationships here, and business is all about knowing people. If you look at even a trillionaire or a billionaire, right? How does he achieve that success? Because he has the contacts to make things, okay, for himself. तो ये जो चीज है ना, सी APRA ने मेरे को शुरुआत किया था, and people only care for people who share.
Very true.
Okay, people don't care for people who think for themselves.
Yes.
So sharing, जब आप शेयर करते हो, लोग आपके लिए केयर करते हैं. तो आपको एसोसिएशन में इसीलिए ज्वाइन करना है पहले, ताकि you know people and what they're doing. See, एक प्लेटफॉर्म में आपको समझ में आता है कि आप लोग कैसे काम कर रहे हैं. See, my approach to business may be different from your approach. Maybe see, I need to update myself. Probably you may be advanced. आप हर चीज बात करने से नहीं सीखा जाता है, कभी देख के भी सीख सकते हैं. Sometimes you learn things while interacting. Sometimes you learn things by observing also. Because everything is learning. So your ears and eyes, okay, are windows for learning. So if you want good things, if you want to learn good things, actually you can learn good things. You can want to learn bad things, you can also learn bad things. तो सीखने के लिए हर चीज आपके सामने है. तो सीखना जितने लोगों से, and people around you define you. Okay, जब आप अच्छे लोगों के साथ मिलते हो ना, आप अच्छे चीज सीखते हो. और स्पेशली जो डोमेन में आप हो, वो डोमेन में के लोगों से मिलना जरूरी इसीलिए है कि आपको सराउंडिंग में जो एक्टिविटी हो रहा है, एज अ टोल्ड, इंफॉर्मेशन इज द की फॉर इन द फ्यूचर. मुझे आई मे नॉट बी वर्किंग इन अ प्लेस, ओके, इन बॉम्बे नाउ एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. मेरा बॉम्बे में मेरा एक्सपोजर नहीं है, मैं काम नहीं करता हूँ. अगर बिकॉज आई एम इन एयर इंडिया, ट्रांजैक्शन की बात अलग है. बॉम्बे से मेरा कोई कस्टमर मुझे हैदराबाद का रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए इंक्वायर करता है, एंड इफ आई एम एबल टू टेल फ्यू थिंग्स अबाउट बॉम्बे मार्केट, मैं शेयर कर सकता हूँ. कांदीवाली में मार्केट क्या है, ठीक है, या जुहू में मार्केट क्या है, वर्ली में क्या चल रहा है. So your customers' confidence will go up. But this guy has information about all these markets, and this should be exclusive. अगर जो पेपर में पढ़ के बात करने का चीज अलग है, आप खुद समझना अलग चीज होती है. Now, अगर मैं विनोद भाई से मैं एक घंटा इंटरेक्ट करता हूँ, विनोद भाई बताता है मुझे उनका जर्नी क्या है, उधर एक मार्केट का 10 साल पहले क्या प्राइस क्या थी, आज के प्राइस क्या है, and I share this information with my customer who is coming from Bombay. I'm immediately connecting to that customer.
Yes.
You never know actually which information is going to help you where. The kind of information that is shared in an association, I don't think it will be shared outside, because here you have this feeling of a family. बाहर जो होता है ना competitor, people see you as a competitor. Within an organization, people see you as somebody who will complement their business, because वो oneness का feeling बनती है.
And there are a lot of brokers I met and interact with who think कि यार मैं association में responsibility इसलिए नहीं लेना चाहता हूँ, I don't know how to speak, मेरा communication skill अच्छा नहीं है, वो एक fear रहता है, that I am not a good communicator, वो ऐसा speech देने का वो सब डर लगता है. So I think you also initially has that kind of fear when you joined APRA.
इसलिए नहीं मेरे आज भी डर लगता है मुझे. ठीक है.
See, there are top 3 fear in the minds of human. So one is of course fear of death, and second is the fear of speaking in front of audience. And every time you go and speak, if you have that fear, that means you are still very enthusiastic about what you are doing. So it's a good sign, but share something that how you overcome. I know that you have.
I still remember, okay, some embarrassing moments I just like to share. Okay, so मैं 2012 में मैंने APRA कमेटी के लिए खड़ा हुआ था. I contested as a committee member.
Yeah.
I still remember मैंने दो बॉटल पानी पिया था उधर माइक के पास सामने जाने के पहले. एक आधे घंटे में 2 बॉटल पानी पी लिया था, 2 बार टॉयलेट जाके आ गया था. ठीक है. So, and I could not take my name also.
Yes.
Let me tell you, I was scared, so scared. I could not. I was sweating. Okay, I was having nervous breakdowns. सु इधर ही खत्म हो गया. ठीक है. So वो वैसा situation थी. And 2016, when I was asked to contest, okay, as a president, and I took up the responsibility, even then also I had the same problem. मेरे को वही प्रॉब्लम थी, because क्या हुआ था मेरे actually I was unanimously elected. Okay, because there was no election, nominations नहीं आए थे मेरे खिलाफ, तो nomination हो चुका है. So I think I still remember Sridhar Reddy was the election officer then. He asked every committee member to come and introduce first. तो जो nominate हो चुके थे before ratifying, okay, we as a committee.
Yes.
तो सभी अच्छे बात कर रहे थे, नॉर्मल कमिटी मेंबर्स भी अच्छे बात कर रहे थे. सो आई वाज सो स्केर्ड यार, मैं कहाँ फंस गया हूँ, मैं तो प्रेसिडेंट बन गया ऑलरेडी सीधा इधर. ठीक है. तो ये लोग अच्छे बात कर रहे हैं, नाउ व्हाट डू आई डू हियर. मैंने जो कुछ मेरे से हो सकता था मैंने उधर जाके बात कर लिया है, बट आई डोंट नो, आई थिंक एक्चुअली इट वाज द सेम थिंग, आई वुड से बेटर देन द फर्स्ट टाइम. एंड देन दे इलेक्ट मी. Now I was feeling very, very embarrassing. एक बात नहीं सीधा ठीक तरह से बात नहीं कर पाया मैंने. मुझे प्रेसिडेंट की सीट में बिठा रहे हैं लोग. अरे ये क्या हो रहा है इधर. Now how do I manage things actually, मैं बात ही नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. Then when I sat on the stage, right, I just apologized to people. I said, see, I'm not good at this. मैंने कभी किया नहीं है. I apologized and said, I'll promise you that I'll do better next time. उतना तो बात करके खत्म कर दिया मैंने. तो जो 1-2-3 बात कर दिए थे. उसके बाद आई हैव अ नेबर हु इज फ्रॉम, आई एम इन कलकत्ता, और मीडिया हाउसेस में काम करता है, कंसल्टेंट है. क्योंकि मेरा जीबी आ रही थी, अपना गवर्निंग बॉडी जनरल बॉडी मीटिंग आ रही है.
Yes.
मेरे को कहाँ शुरुआत करना है, कहाँ एंड करना है, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. तो आई वेंट टू दिस गाय रिक्वेस्टिंग, यार ये कैसे करते हैं मेरे को बताओ. आई नेवर बीन अ स्टेट्समैन, मैं कभी बात नहीं किया ऐसा, तो मुझे थोड़ा समझाओ क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. तो वो बता रहा था, समझ एड्रेस करना है ना, तू पहले लंबा मत खींच. जो इंट्रोडक्ट करना है, ये 4 लाइन पकड़ लो. वो लाइन आप खाली यू जस्ट क्या दिमाग में रख लो. ओके, वो पढ़ लो बस. अगर तो बात भी नहीं कर सकते ना, पढ़ लो. आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर मैंने जब बात किया था, आई थिंक आई टेल यू, गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन, welcome to so-and-so GB. I'm really glad you have taken your time to join the meeting. बोल के खत्म करता था. वो 2 GB तक यही करता था मैं. But see, मेरा लेकिन एक एडवांटेज है मुझे, when I'm interacting, right? So when I forget that I become conscious I have a problem. When I'm not conscious, मेरे को निकल जाती है. So when I get to the groove, right, मैं वो मेरा mood पे चले जाता हूँ. When I'm interacting okay with people, मैं भूल जाता हूँ मैं ये कर रहा हूँ. So when you're addressing, right, you have that nervous breakdowns all the time. Even आज भी होता है कभी-कभी. सोचते रहता हूँ उसके बारे में. यार क्या करना है. But I would say I think I'm definitely better. I'm more comfortable now with in front of the camera or the mic now, because slowly, because when you know okay you are doing better every time you are facing it. But I never one thing actually ना मैं जो सीखा है अब मैंने what helped me is I never give up, because I have this habit, and when I'm challenged, right, I never give up. I take it more seriously. When people challenge me, I'm become more serious about it. I want to prove a point to people. Okay, then when people say you can't do it, I make it a point. I do it.
So this is a wonderful insight, my fellow realtors across. Those who think that they are not able to speak right now, I think don't leave it there. Keep on trying, and anything can happen in your life. It is about your confidence within you. And I have seen Suman since last I think 2011 we have been interacting, and I personally I have witnessed that the kind of transformation this gentleman has, compared to 4-5 years back. He is right now absolutely clarity of thoughts, and now whatever he speaks is absolutely to the dot. So and that's what is seen in the work of HRA. When you did the last convention, that was the best convention I have seen in NAR India. And of course, what NAR India has been doing under your leadership since last 1 year, it is an amazing achievement. And all of us at NAR India are feeling, every individual member of a city association is feeling that wonderful change which you brought as a leader in NAR India. And I'm sure this is going to be a long way, because not only you led the NAR India in a great way, but you have created an amazing leaders in NAR India in last 1 year, which I'm really proud of you as a friend. So in today's time, since last couple of months, we are in lockdown, Sumant. You've done a great, interaction, a lot of webinar in NAR India, and a lot of insight for brokers sitting at home. So what do you think about the market ahead, and what are your 3 or 4 advice to our broker fraternity, individual brokers of India?
Vinod, see, lockdown, this is something which nobody expected. Okay, so the COVID thing. But let us all understand one thing. So it is not something which is affecting one industry. Everybody is part of it. Every industry, every business is part of it. This pause, okay, is actually is a positive thing for all of us, because जो पहले जो perceptions थी, so for example Bombay market के ऊपर एक perception थी, so Delhi market के ऊपर एक perception थी, because see more or less markets were stagnated at the point of time, so then there was so much negativity spread, okay, by various media circles about the real estate sector. But see, what it did is, it has given us so much importance, okay, of home or space. Because financially at this point of time, people may not have money to buy, but definitely when they have money, the first thing they're going to do is buy the property.
Yes.
Okay. So abhi property has come onto the top of the priority list. It has pushed property on top of the priority list on for everybody. अगर मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, I'm feeling insecure about my career, maybe I'm not deciding today, but I'll be deciding later. If not today, it is going to happen tomorrow. We just have a pause. We are not actually unlike some other sectors, okay, we are not going to be hurt. Please understand, real estate is the only asset which is a need. बाकी पूरा जो assets है वो need नहीं है. आपको डायमंड खरीदना है, वो नीड नहीं है, जरूरत नहीं है. आपको गोल्ड का जरूरत नहीं है. जो भी ये एसेट जो ऐसा है जो नीड है. तो सो द 5 नीड्स एक्चुअली एज पर मी, ओके, फूड, रोटी, कपड़ा, मकान, एजुकेशन और हेल्थ, ये 5 जो चीज है. तो इसको डिमांड कभी खत्म नहीं होगी. All that we need to do now is to understand how the market is shifting and where the customer is moving. rather than actually sitting on the same old template and trying to do things differently. Do it differently. Understand where your customer is heading. ट्रेंड कहाँ शिफ्ट कर रहा है. डोंट सी, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दैट मीडिया में जो भी आर्टिकल्स आते हैं नाउ, फॉर एग्जांपल आई कवर लॉट ऑफ, इवन टुडे मेरा आर्टिकल आया है, दैट इज माय व्यू, दैट इज नॉट मार्केट व्यू. जो भी आप पढ़ रहे हो ना, वो जो बंदा लिख रहा है ना, उसका व्यू है, मार्केट का व्यू नहीं है. You need to believe in your views. You should not believe in what other people think. See, people today tell me, Suman, why are you telling this? अरे मेरा व्यू भाई, मेरे को जो लगता है मैं वो बात करता हूँ, आपको जो लगता है मैं क्यों बात करूंगा. So I can differ with your view. Okay, I talk from my mind, because मैंने जो देखा है, if I would have met 10 customers, if 10 customers would have been positively responding to me, I would say positive things. अगर पॉजिटिव नहीं बात किए तो मैं नेगेटिव बात करूंगा. तो ये एक बंदे का आर्टिकल लेके के आप क्यों नेगेटिव में जा रहे हो? Don't become negative. You do your homework, because you are the one on the ground. You know things better than people who talk here and there. First, get rid of that negativity. Understand why you should be investing today in the market, not the customer. You should be investing today in the market. If you have money, would you invest? If you are investing, where you will invest? Commercial में invest करोगे, residential में invest करोगे, पहले वो सोचो. जब आप convince हो जाओगे, if you are sold on some asset class, you push that to the customer, say that this is if I have money, I'm going to buy this for these reasons, and I think you should be investing in this product.
Excellent. So there may be a lot of brokers who are watching right now are not part of NAR India, and at many platforms they are listening about NAR India. So for the benefit of those who are not a part of NAR India, can you share something about NAR India and what as a leader you have been doing this year? And what are your future goals? What is your personal future vision for NAR India?
Vinod bhai, first let me tell you this, Vinod bhai. For me, things have been always difficult, in my early years, and things also at times become difficult also, even today also. But whenever you feel, right, whenever you feel that, that you are portrayed negatively, are being maligned in the market, somebody exploits you. When I go and tell somebody who is not a broker, right, he will never understand. He feels that actually ये लोग हमको exploit कर रहे हैं, या उनका narrative कुछ अलग होती है. सबसे important चीज क्या है ना, for me, the local association is a healer. जब मेरे को तकलीफ होती ना, मैं विनोद भाई से बात करके, विनोद भाई मेरे को ऐसा, ये बंदे ने मुझे, they have cheated me or they have done something to me, you are the first person who can correct me, because you understand my pain, because you went through the pain. So association में पहला क्या होता है ना, that's the most important thing of an association, where you can express, you can be yourself. Even if your family may not understand, because maybe your family is not in the business. जो समझते नहीं है ना, उनको क्या समझ में आएगा? वो भी बाहर दुनिया के जैसे सोचते हैं. तो कम से कम at least it is a healer for me. For me, it was a healer. Okay, joining the organization. Next, you are learning a lot of new things. Okay, and then आपको business करने के लिए इतना मौका मिलते हैं. See, for example, I may not work even in Hyderabad itself. Some CBDs I may not focus on. A lead which may not be useful for me, that lead could be useful for somebody else.
Very good.
ठीक है, कम से कम business exchange हो रहा है, and you may be paid for something. Okay, for a referral also. You may or you may not. You may want it or you may not want it. But at least there's a provision, there's a possibility. And मेरा ये सोचना है कि every broker should join the local association and NAR India, because not that किसको क्या position है वो नहीं है. The one who is joining today may become the leader of that association later. But you need to join to strengthen your profession. See, business बाद में आएगा. Because see now, jewelers, मैं बहुत बड़े example ले चुका हूँ, फिर से example लेता हूँ. They don't need an association. वो gold खरीदते हैं, gold ornament करके बेच देते हैं. उसको क्या जरूरत है association की? तो वो जब GST बढ़ा दिए थे, GST के ऊपर they have gone for a strike across the country. उसको every day their turnovers are in lakhs and crores. इतना धंधा का नुकसान होती है. अगर एक दिन का भी उनका स्ट्राइक होगा ना, उतना नुकसान होगी. And the gold is such a gold का fluctuation ऐसा होता है, हर रोज उसका रेट बदलता है, बढ़ता भी है, कम होता भी है. So that means if you are holding this stock, actually they're going to lose heavily. But knowing all these things, when they feel that the policy is against their interest, oh, I was shocked when I've seen them going for strike for almost about a week, few years ago. एक हफ्ते के लिए वो धंधा छोड़ दिए, and that's the reason उनके लिए बहुत सारे जो policies थे, because it's not just the gold जो businessmen who lost the business, government also lost lot of taxes. So they came forward to listen to them, hear them. Here actually क्या हो रहा है now? मेरा experience हैदराबाद का बताता हूँ मैं. We are about 115 people in Hyderabad. Okay? 115 companies, probably put together there may be few hundreds who are working or probably work in the association. And there are about 2,000-3,000 active channel partners who work for builders. But they feel somehow disconnected. Okay, so some may be part-timers, some may be full-timers, but this feel sometimes actually क्या है ना disconnected because they probably ego सोचते हैं कभी-कभी किसी का ये हो सकता है. तो जब वो join नहीं करते हैं, now they have a problem. There is nobody to solve the problem. अब HRA में कुछ problem, at least we are able to discuss, find a solution to it. दूसरी चीज क्या है, अगर HRA भी अगर समझ लो we take certain decisions, okay, which are tough for the market. Now you are giving them you are becoming the window for them. You are becoming the window for them. So you are, when you are divided, right, somebody is at an advantage. When you are united, right, you are at an advantage. So the reason why we need to come together is because collectively, I think we can do greater things than what we are doing today. Now, NAR, US, I don't know whether you know this or not, they have a political party called Realtor Party.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, they have a political party called Realtor Party in the US.
Oh, yes.
So they have 1.6 million members, Vinod bhai. You include one more person from his family, that means they have influence over 32 lakh people.
Absolutely.
Okay, for a population of 30 crores in US, that means we are talking about 1%
Yes.
coming from NAR. Okay, so ये लोग जो है, they align with Democrats or Republicans.
Yes.
Based on their policy. Okay, they'll be voting. अगर अपने इंटरेस्ट के लिए आपका पॉलिसी ट्वीक करोगे तो आपको हम वोट करते हैं, अपने खिलाफ हो आपके खिलाफ वोट करते हैं. तो दैट मींस दे आर एबल टू डिक्टेट द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स.
Yes.
तो दैट्स द रीजन ना, सी डिस्ट्रप्शन उधर भी हो रहा है लेकिन उनका नुकसान नहीं हो रहा है. हियर हमको बेइज्जती करते हैं डिस्ट्रप्टर्स, थोड़े लोग हैं जो टेक प्लेटफॉर्म में आके अपना मजाक उड़ाते हैं हर रोज. I just actually was surprised day before yesterday. I was reading some article wherein somebody filed a case, okay, against few film actresses for the advertisement which was was not in good taste for the people who run the saloons. Defamation case file किए थे film actors के ऊपर, बड़े stars के ऊपर. अभी हम भी ट्राई कर रहे हैं ये टेक कंपनी, प्रॉप टेक कंपनी से जो मेलन करने के लिए ट्राई कर रहे हैं. रिसोर्स कहाँ है? एक वॉइस नहीं बन रहा है अपना, वो उनका वॉइस एक ही है, अपना वॉइस एक नहीं है. Few thousands of people cannot be doing this, may not have the strength to do justice for lakhs of people. When lakhs of people come in, we can do justice to crores of people.
That's very well said. I think more people joining, it will be a strength and you can put your points to the government. So, there are a lot of new generation right now watching you, Sumant, and when you started 20 years back and today's time, those time, brokers, respect was not there for the profession. And now there are a lot of respect, especially last decade. And when we look at NIR India, the kind of people right now on board and people who are joining into real estate, now educated people are coming and joining this industry. So what is your advice to the next generation? Why they should join real estate business?
I'll just give you one example, Vinod bhai, which made me fall in love with real estate, because till then I was not comfortable. This I think happened in the year 2004, somewhere around 2004. I was making money, I was not comfortable. I wanted to go back to my roots at that point of time. There was a very close friend of mine, okay, so who used to work for the same company where I used to work. उसका शादी पक्की हुई थी. तो एक्चुअली उसने वो कंपनी के लिए वेबसाइट बनाने के लिए आया था और वो ब्रोकर बन गया. ठीक है. तो उसका he was also doing well for himself. उसका शादी हो गया, पक्की हो गई थी, but he lied to the family that he was working in IT company, not in a real estate company. तो उसने कभी बोला नहीं था, but इनके फैमिली ने शादी पक्के कर लिया है. The girl thought he was in IT company, not in real estate company. Her brother came from the US.
Yes.
तो उसने यूएस से वापस आया था, तो उसको पता चल गया ये बंदा रियल एस्टेट में नहीं है, आईटी में नहीं है, रियल एस्टेट में है. तो कैंसिल द एंगेजमेंट हो गया तो कैंसिल द वेडिंग. दिस गाय वाज डिप्रेस्ड. So one day we were both sitting, okay, in the conference room. The MD of that company just passed through. This guy was sad, telling me all this. तो बोल रहा था, सुमन ऐसा हो गया, बेइज्जती हो गया यार, मैं I don't want to be in real estate. So I was humiliated. मेरा पूरा relatives को पता चल गया मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. सब कुछ he was telling that. And then the developer just was passing by. So he said, क्या हो रहा है? तो बोला कुछ नहीं है, तो आ जाओ. He was actually sitting alone, so he asked us to also join him. So then he told his story. तो इसने बोला सर मैं छोड़ रहा हूँ रियल एस्टेट, मेरे को शादी नहीं होगी, रियल एस्टेट में अगर रखूंगा. तो he was 29 by then already. ठीक है, मेरा शादी नहीं होगी रियल एस्टेट में अगर रहूंगा तो मेरे को छोड़ना है. तो मेरे घर वाले मेरे को गाली दे रहे हैं. तो उसने पूछा ठीक है भाई तू क्या करना चाहता है? बोलता मैं आईटी में कुछ जॉब ढूंढ लेता हूँ, मैं चले जाता हूँ आईटी में. तो उसने पूछा आईटी में जाने के बाद क्या करोगे? तो उसने बोला था मैं यूएस जाऊंगा, मौका मिले तो. यूएस जाने के बाद क्या करोगे? सर पैसा कमाऊंगा सर, क्या करूंगा? पैसा कमाने के बाद क्या करोगा? तो इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ. किसमें इन्वेस्ट करेगा? आखिर तो रियल एस्टेट में आने का है. भाई ये दुनिया अपने लिए काम कर रही है, तू क्यों जा रहा है बाहर? तो रियल एस्टेट में जिसको भी किधर भी काम करने दे, आगे आके रियल एस्टेट पे ही पैसा लगाने का है, तो इधर ही बैठो ना. सो ये जो चीज है ना, आई रियली ट्रिगर्ड मी. सी नाउ अगर डेवलपर, अगर मैं रियल एस्टेट में हूँ, कम से कम सी मैं प्रॉपर्टी में जब खरीदता हूँ, मैं मुझे डेवलपर से अच्छा रिलेशनशिप पे, मेरा बाकी अर्निंग का छोड़ दो, कम से कम मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट तो कॉस्ट टू कॉस्ट होगी ना, बिना कुछ प्रॉफिट कंट्रीब्यूट करते हुए. सो आई एम अर्निंग दैट मनी ना, somebody is making money for somebody ना. तो ये जो चीज है, this has actually really triggered, I mean, my passion for real estate. और तब से मैंने उसको सीरियसली लेना शुरू कर दिया है. तो आप किधर भी भागो, कुछ भी करो, लास्ट पे आके पैसा इधर ही लगाने का है.
Excellent.
So I think, see, anybody who is actually thinking now, the real estate, see, one more thing I would say is, एक चीज है, why you should, real estate industry का strength क्या है? Most important thing क्या है विनोद भाई? What I really keeps me going, right, is this is a sector which carries the aspiration of people. जिंदगी में सबसे बड़ा जो ड्रीम होती है सभी का, एक प्रॉपर्टी होती है, घर होता है. That means something they are coming to you, okay, for something they dreamt all through their lives. Okay, they are trusting you for their dream. So broker is the one who is trusted for somebody's dream. जो लोग अपने खुद के फैमिली को भी ट्रस्ट नहीं करते ना, वो आपको ट्रस्ट करते हैं.
And second thing is that every new child born in India is your customer. I think that's an opportunity. I must also would like to congratulate Sumant, you for your leadership, and incoming President NIR India Tarun Bhatia. I saw yesterday news and messages congratulating both of you. That Tarun Bhatia has been elected as a director of NIR India USA. So it's a great news, and share something about that. It's a compliment to you and your team.
Thank you, Vinod bhai. I think kudos to Tarun for that, because he did a commendable job. Okay, last year I think in January, Tarun has been appointed as a chairman for foreign affairs. Thanks to Irshad bhai. Okay, so I requested Irshad bhai to take him into his team. So he was the president at that point of time. He gracefully inducted Tarun into his team, because I told Irshad bhai that I want Tarun in my team, okay, as a foreign affairs chairman. So if you are able to accommodate him there, so he'll have about 6-7 months to understand things, okay, at the international level. And since the time Tarun has taken over the foreign chair, I think he has gone all the way to get in things for NIR India. I think the way we have built the relationship with NAR, we revived the relationship with NAR, I think has really been fantastic. And I would like to say, kudos to him. I think it was his effort, okay, that got us the recognition at NAR, okay. And I'm happy and I'm glad that his efforts have been acknowledged by NAR too, okay. And having, having the team in NAR, having them on board shows how much they trust Tarun, okay, and they also trust NAR. And I think unless and until you put in effort, okay, so that kind of a recognition is not possible. So kudos to Tarun for it.
Excellent. Thank you, Sumant. I think we had a great time sharing about another side of Sumant Reddy, which even I didn't know certain things. Thank you for sharing, with all of us. So before conclude, another, your internal side of Sumant. What does success mean to you? In a one line.
For me, success is all about satisfaction. Okay, it's about satisfaction because when you see, sometimes we get lost, okay, by going after some materialistic things. Okay, I learned this over a period of a few years. Okay, so especially last 10 years, I've been, I've been trying to understand things. From a spiritual perspective. Okay, so I become more philosophical because whenever you go through stress, right, you see, as I told you, I have this problem of why, and why. So I realize, I think we get caught in this competition today in this materialistic world. We always see, most of the times, the reason why we feel unhappy is because somebody else is successful. Okay, so I don't think we should be competing with anybody. Okay, so you're you. Okay, you have your own blessings. Somebody else has their own blessings. Okay, so you should not be. Nobody can be complete. No life is complete. You can't. You are not creating a model out here. Okay, you are your own self. So you need to be satisfied with what you do. Okay, and say now, for example, somebody is good at speaking. Okay, for example, me and Samir can speak. Right, Samir is too good at actually. In his communication. So if I feel that Samir is better, I cannot be doing better. So he is good at it, but at the same time, I'm also good at something else. I should be happy with what I'm good at.
Great. Thank you. I think in between we had some Wi-Fi problem. What does money mean to you? पैसे का कितना अहमियत है आपकी लाइफ?
Money is nothing but more purchasing power. So see, आपको कितना see after a point, right? You can't be purchasing. Okay? When you are, sometimes you will be drained out of your needs.
I'm sure you must be watching films, Bollywood.
Yeah.
Sumant?
Yeah, Vinod bhai.
Sorry, there was some Wi-Fi problem. Rajinikanth or Kamal Hassan?
Rajinikanth.
Great. Who is your sportsman, ideal sportsman? Whom do you love? Your hero, sports hero?
My ideal sport, there are a lot. Okay, so I watch. I was a sportsman in my childhood. I was an athlete myself. So Michael Schumacher. I love Michael Schumacher. So F1 पे Michael Schumacher मेरे को बहुत पसंद है. Football, I'm a fan of Maradona. Okay, currently I'm a fan of Ronaldo. When it comes to tennis, I'm a big fan of Nadal because I like Nadal for his fighting spirit, not for his success or something. The way he fights, I always take the inspiration from his spirit.
Excellent. And any book you would like to suggest to our viewers?
See, the best book I have found out, okay, of all the books, is Arthashastra. It has given me a different idea of the society to begin with, okay, written by Chanakya. So I would say, I think everybody should be reading that book. The other book I really loved, okay, and which I'm following at this point of time is The One Thing by Gary Keller. Because he talks of doing one thing at a time. So he says, don't do multitasking. You focus only on one thing. So the reason for the last 4 years, if you see me, right, I'm not focusing on my business. A lot on my business because I don't want to focus on multiple things. If I do something, I only commit myself to that one thing, because you can't be doing justice to both. And I read a lot of Jeffrey Gitomore's books. So he has some wonderful collection, which is easy for people to read also.
And you're one political leader you admire across the country, across the world.
I have a lot, but the one guy who really influenced me is YSR.
Okay. And who is your influencer in your life?
My mother.
Mentor or an influence? One
My
person.
biggest influencer, I think, my mother has been a big influence on me.
Ah.
Because since the childhood, she used to tell me a lot of stories, okay, on values and things like that. So I still remember the things actually now. One of the proverbs in Telugu which she said was like, it's better to live for a day as a swan than to live a life as a crow.
Wow.
Okay. She used to tell me, see, others' money is like poison. Don't touch them. So my mother had a lot of influence on me because she's more spiritual. Okay, so she does a lot of, reads a lot of the spiritual books and things like that. I think she had a huge influence on me.
So how was your daily schedule as a leader? What time you get up and when you are doing nothing?
I'm not an early riser, Vinod bhai. So because I work late, okay, I work until 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Oh.
Because I feel better after 10 o'clock because I don't get people don't disturb me at that point of time. So I want to work at peace. So that's where actually I get the best ideas. Okay, I find solution to my problems. Okay, I can be alone. So I work until I wake up until 2 o'clock. So most of the work happens between 10 and 2. And then I get up at around about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I wake up late. And then I don't work, do things beyond, at the most, I either meet 3 people or I make 3 calls. And I want to be at my best for those 3 calls.
And what kind of physical regime you adopted? You have adopted yoga or gym or what do you do?
Yeah, off late I'm doing nothing. So, but there was a time. So because of travel and things like that, I could not do much. But otherwise, earlier I used to do jog every day. So till 2016, I used to jog every day. So
how many kilometers you used to
10
jog?
kilometers I used to do.
Yeah.
10 kilometers. So I used to do regularly, and I used to do some push-ups and some exercise within home. I don't go to gym, so I prefer to do it actually myself.
Great. So final 2 questions. One is, as a successful leader, give our viewers 3 leadership mantra. What is a great leader according to you?
You know, see, a leader should be listening to people. Okay, so people whom he's trying to do things, because at the end of the day, you are doing things for them only. If you are doing things which they don't want, you can't be creating value. Okay, so be and most importantly, you need to listen to them and you need to be accessible. Okay, that's very important, because for leadership to move on, right, you need to have the feedback. The exchange of feedbacks makes you better, and your decision making will be better. Second thing is, leader is not somebody who leads. Leader is the one who guides his team to lead.
Yes. And one more.
And a leader is as good as his team. A leader is as good as his team.
And what is the purpose of your life? It's a very broad spiritual question.
You know, see, first thing is, your life should be meaningful. Okay, you are here to create value. So you are not here to consume. You are also here to share. So it can only be meaningful when you are creating value and sharing something for this world.
Excellent.
Okay, that's one. Second thing is, I believe in this philosophy that heaven and earth, okay, heaven and hell, for me is like, when you know this is the last moment, when I know, okay, this second is my last moment, okay, the last thought, you are not feeling guilty, right? You are going to heaven. If you're feeling guilty, right, you're going to hell, and that's life for me.
Very well said. Very well said. Suman, thank you very much for wonderful conversation and your time. We have a few questions which I would like to take. Priya Sridhar is asking you, How do we protect ourselves when we refer important clients to our colleagues and they bypass you?
Priyaji, see, integrity is something you can't preach. Okay, it has to come within. A person without integrity, no matter what you do, okay, will obviously find a way to be, fooling you. So that's the reality of life. We need to accept the reality one. Now coming to the technical side of it, so I think what we need to be doing is we need to have everything on paper. So if you think if you are most professionals, what they do is there's a non-disclosure agreement. Okay, there's there's an understanding between people. So you need to ensure that so your client when you're referring a client, ensure that you include every clause. Say for example, after this transaction, after this inspection, you should not be going back to the customer. So you should be mentioning the time frame. Okay, 6 months, 1 year, whatever may be, and it has to be legally tenable also. So understand how the contract law works. Okay, so there are books on contract law. So once you understand contract law, I think you can I think because every situation is different. So to understand all these situations, based on situations, you need to find solutions. So one contract law book can help you everything on this.
There is a question from Vipul Seth, Mumbai. He's saying NIR India can act like Uber of realtors by ensuring more professionalism in the realtors world. Today, as a brokers, we are facing a lot of challenges from developers who are stealing our customers or are not giving brokerage on time. As a president of NIR India, can you throw some light as to what concrete value steps the NIR India organization is taking to safeguard interest of brokers? Quite a big question.
There are two sides of it, Vinod Bhai. So the two sides to this. One is, see, definitely it's a big issue because out of every 100 developers, okay, I think 50 to 60% of the developers are the same. Okay, they probably, it may not come out in the light. I think most of the people don't even discuss about this in the public platforms, but definitely it's a fact of life. But where we miss out is we don't want to fight. See, first and foremost thing, NIR India is nothing without members. Okay, our strength is in the members. So a leader can only give the direction, but at the end of the day, it's people who get things done. Okay. So now, for example, today NIR India takes a stance against one developer, we blacklisted developer, assume for a moment. Will their business stop? How many of us are here in NIR India? We have a limited group of people. Okay, majority is outside of NIR India. Now, today, say for example, area where you come from, blacklist a company, okay, in Mumbai, but there are thousands of people who are still working. And please understand that developers also have an association. Okay, they have Credai, they have Narrative, multiple platforms. And assume actually they blacklist Credai for some reason, blacklist a local association which blacklists a developer. The members are deprived from their business opportunities. So these are all sensitive areas. So these things can be addressed only when people collectively come together. Now coming to his point, as far as communication is concerned, unfortunately, thanks to COVID, we were not able to get something which we wanted to launch during the World Realtors Day called saysbroker.com. The website is already ready. We are working on the content for it, content and creatives for it. The content is going to be actually going to help you in promoting your business, one, where you can use your branding also on the creatives we are going to make. It doesn't matter whether you're a member of NIR India or not, you can be using it. Second thing is we're going to come up with formats, business formats for everything. So if, earlier Priyaji asked about referral issue, right? So even for that, we're going to have formats, even with developers, even communication, mailers, everything we're going to put it in the website. At least make sure you follow those protocols. Once you follow those protocols, at least you have the legal sanctity. And tomorrow, if the developer doesn't pay you, at least you can go file a case in the court.
Thank you, Sumant. Last question from Raju Ashpalia from Area Group Mumbai. Sumanji, nowadays we have seen many companies or individuals who are not charging brokerage to customers in rental transaction also. So they are setting up a trend of anti-broker feeling in public towards us. How do we tackle that? I think you answered the same question. about bringing that yes broker. Anything else you would like to add?
This is one thing, Vinod bhai. So earlier I mentioned, if you remember,
Yeah.
you need to be the information guide. You need to be that expert. Okay, you need to be. See, now you look at US, right, or Australia for that matter. I would say track the Australian markets. They are far more advanced than the US. I mean brokers, because they have clearly defined their roles now. They're buyer representatives, they're seller representatives. Okay, they are focusing on expertise in each vertical. Okay, now they don't facilitate two parties. Now in Australia, there's what they do is actually there is a buyer representative group who only represents the client. So they're like they act as an advocate. So they do everything. If I was a customer, whatever I do, they do it for the client. See, we need to evolve now. It's time for us to push ourselves up. So once you start doing it, right, all these disruptors, they accepting technology, they don't have anything. Please understand, the ones who are on the ground interacting with the customer have no idea as to what real estate is. Those people are just paid, okay, salary. They don't have any motivation. They have nothing to do. They're in this company today and they leave the company later. So say you do transaction today, and by the time this guy needs something, right, the one who handled this guy during the transaction is not even seen. And we are the one, but here we are there during the transaction, after the transaction, and we are going to the client asking for referrals, okay, and we're trying to build relationships there. They can't be doing anything, okay, without we giving an opportunity for them to take our space.
Excellent. I think it was wonderful, Sumant, for having here today. It was a great opportunity for all of us to know other side of Sumant Reddy, and it was a great motivation and inspiration from where the kind of person you have reached to today as a leader of entire real estate fraternity in India. So thank you very much, and on behalf of all the brokers and team of Broker Ki Pathshala, we would like to present a small a token of appreciation. It's a certification of appreciation.
Thank you, Vinod bhai. I still have your certificate which you gave in Bombay. Okay, so during the area convention, I proudly put it in my bedroom, not even in the office. It's in my bedroom, and glad that actually you are presenting me one more certificate. And the first certificate I got from Air India is from you.
So it's an honor for me, and this is coming from Broker Ki Pathshala, an initiative of Squarefeet Foundation. A certificate of appreciation to express our gratitude to Mr. Sumant Reddy for his gracious presence and significant contribution in making Broker Ki Pathshala a great success. We are pleased to sponsor 100 meals under Annapurna project by Rotary Club of Mumbai, Dahisar, which will provide food for the underprivileged. Signed by Vinod Thakkar, Chairman, Squarefeet Foundation, 29th August 2020. So please accept this.
I'm sponsoring 500 meals, okay, for the charity organization which you just mentioned. So I'll be sending the money to you, okay, so that you can send it to them.
I'll share the detail, and please stay back, Sumant, as we announce the last speaker for the first season of Broker Ki Pathshala. And I would like to also express my sincere gratitude to all the viewers for their support. It is not easy, to be on Saturday 12 o'clock to 1:30 online. Your support has really helped me and inspired me to do these things. I request all of you, those who have attended more than 8 sessions or you have seen on offline on Facebook, please send your detail to us so that we can prepare a certificate. Season 1 we are going to conclude in the next session. Next session is on 5th September, being a Teachers' Day. We thought we will invite somebody who is teaching in our industry. Many of you may not be knowing, if your next generation want to update yourself, what kind of education program happening, where it is happening. I think next Sunday will be a great opportunity to unveil. If you really want to update yourself, make your next generation, who want to choose real estate broking as a profession. And if they want to go and attend some courses to be more, learned person in real estate business, I think next Saturday we are going to have Mr. Amol Simpi, who is Associate Dean and Director, School of Real Estate, RICS, School of Built Environment in Mumbai. There is already one class going on along with RICS and NAR India. First batch is already there with 40 students. I think there are a lot of opportunity to learn more things. So friends, please send your details to us to prepare certificates for all of you as a participation certificate. And now lockdown is releasing across the country. So I think now onwards going to be difficult to be online on Saturday. We all have to do business now. So maybe post Diwali we will come out with the second season. I want all of you to send your suggestion. Maybe after when we come out with the second season, what should be the timing, which should be the date, so that many more people can participate and learn real estate from the people who have already been successful by giving their time for so long in real estate. So once again, Suman, thank you very much for being there.
Thank you, Vinod Bhai, for giving me this opportunity. I'd also thank all the participants and the people who are on the Facebook for patiently hearing me out. I hope I made some sense. And I wish you all the best, and stay safe, and let the broker keep rocking in the years to come. Thank you, Vinod Bhai.
Yes. Thank you very much, and thank you, friends, for being there. And see you all on the last session of Broker Ki Pathshala Season 1 next Saturday at 12 o'clock. Please stay safe and have a wonderful time ahead. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sumant, once again.